Hi guys, welcome back to Life in Focus. Um, in the last video, I was talking to you about worst case scenarios, but in this topic, I want to discuss something that's close to my heart and something that I've experienced growing up and even now, which is perfectionism. Whether it's from the way you've been brought up, a toxic workplace environment, whatever it is, I think that it can um, knock your self confidence. So I've got my piece of paper here so that I won't miss anything out. And yeah, let's get started. What I want to know is, have you ever felt pressure to be perfect and um, you get overwhelmed with anxiety and you're very self-critical of yourself? And I think that perfectionism intersects with generalized anxiety disorder, and it seems like you can't find peace within yourself and you struggle to cope with everyday life because you see everything as imperfect, and yeah, and you can't get on with your daily life. I feel like that as well. I'm not as bad as some people are, but if you can relate to that, then you're not alone. So yeah, if you like my video, please subscribe, comment, and like down below. So number one, what I want you to do is set realistic expectations. So, for example, instead of focusing on being perfect all the time, why don't you focus on the fact that in reality, people make mistakes and um, it's a part of human nature to make mistakes and you learn from it, and you become a better person. Yeah, you make other mistakes later on down the line, but that's a process of growing up and being mature. For example, if you work on a work project and you make a small mistake, instead of um, beating yourself up, why don't you celebrate the milestones and say to yourself, I did well today and I worked hard and I deserve uh, the praise that I got from my managers. Because what happens is that even if your managers praise you and tell you you're doing a good job, you're self critical of yourself. Don't do that. So, yeah, look at it as a way to grow. And I think that perfectionism comes from um, toxic work environments. I've had three toxic work environments before in the past, and they they just put me down, and I just felt like I wasn't good enough, even though my work was up to standards. And um, they were always putting me down and criticizing me, and when I was about to leave, they didn't want me to leave because they know that I'm a good worker. It's just the fact that they were the ones that were toxic, not me. That's when you know that, when they don't want you to leave, that you're a good asset to them. It's just their nature to be toxic. And the the next job that I applied for, they were really nice. My manager was supportive, and I have um, good work colleagues, and we work as a team, and we're actually like family. And I get on with everyone, and I felt like when they were supportive of me, I felt like um, I didn't deserve this because I had been bullied, I had been put down, and I felt like okay, hold on for a minute, I'm not used to this, but I kind of warmed up to them and opened myself to them, thinking that, okay, yeah, they're trying to help me achieve my goal. And if I wanted to talk to them, I can always give them a call. Um, it was the opposite to my last workplace that I was in. So, and I'm happy there. So you have to really use your gut instinct. If it feels wrong, um, then it's wrong. So, and you know, the second point is be self compassionate with yourself. When you're being self critical, you should respond with kindness and say to yourself, everyone makes mistakes, and so do I, and focus what you can learn from your experience. Um, I always think that, okay, everyone's making mistakes. I don't want to be like them. So I'm not going to make mistakes like them. And um, because I feel like I don't want people to think of me negatively. And if people think of me negatively, I get self critical myself. And when I get self critical myself, um, I get anxiety because I feel like I'm not good enough for them. And it also stems from your childhood as well. And, you know, if, for example, everyone likes you and you give smiles, laughter, and you're kind to everyone because you don't want to hurt people's feelings, that's your nature. Um, and to avoid self um, and to avoid people being critical of you and talk negatively about you. But at the end of the day, people are always going to be critical of you. They're always going to judge you, no matter how much you're a nice person and you get on with everyone, because they're jealous or they see it in a different perspective and they have to put people down. And it's like that with my um, previous workplace. They were jealous of me, and um, and they were intimidated by me. And not everyone's nice, so judge for yourself um, whether they're doing it to spite you or whether you know um, it's you that needs to um, self improve, because sometimes you know you don't know yourself, you don't realize how you affect people, the way you speak and the way you behave. It can also be coming from you as well, so and you don't realize that. So, and the third point is to stop negative thoughts. So when you catch yourself saying, I must do everything perfectly or I'm a failure, say to yourself, is it realistic to expect perfection? And what evidence do I have to support this if things aren't perfect? So, yeah, that's self explanatory. So, if you know how to answer that question, then you're in the right path. And the fourth point I want to make is, of course, mindfulness and meditation. I know it's self explanatory, but if you focus on deep breathing, yoga, going out for a walk, meditation, whatever works for you, then I think you're also in the right path. And the last point that I want to make is to seek professional help, whether it's therapy, group sessions, and cognitive behavioral therapy that deals with anxiety and perfectionism. I think that it will help you, guide you to the right path, because sometimes I meditate for 10 minutes and then my negative thoughts come back again. But then when I go out into the fresh air for an hour and a half, I feel refreshed because I'm out in nature. That's how I deal with my anxieties, to go out into the fresh air, especially if it's hot. So, yeah, whatever works best for you, I think that you'll get there. Okay, and that's it really. Thank you for watching, and like I said before, if you have any experiences with perfectionism, comment and like down below, and like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you in the next video then. Bye.